Hello, everyone. Today I have my friend Lama, and he's going to tell me how to make roti or chapati bread. I'm having a cup of coffee, and Lama, what have you got?
I have drink hot water.
So I have learned something new today.
Okay.
People in Tibet drink hot water.
Yeah, they drink lots. At night, they drink hot water
Before going to bed?
before going to bed. Yeah, before going to bed. Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that. So I'm sat here with a nice cup of hot coffee, and Lama is sitting there with his hot water. So let's start and see how to make the bread that Lama makes every day for the people he lives with. So, Lama, what can we see here in this bowl?
It's a flour.
It's flour, and it's called arrowroot flour. So you can look that up in the dictionary. It's supposed to be very good with fiber and calcium. So we need arrowroot powder. We need water. We need, what else do we need?
Baking powder.
And a pinch of
Salt.
Right. So we have a problem here because Lama doesn't weigh anything. He doesn't know the amounts. So if you want to look on Google, you can Google the recipe. But he has thought about approximately how much. So how much flour do we need, Lama?
3 cups.
3.5 cups of flour. How much of baking powder?
Put 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
2 teaspoons. Now, teaspoons are the ones we use when we stir the coffee, and they're very small. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a pinch of
Salt.
Yes, and the water approximately.
It's a warm water. Not
Right,
too much
it's warm water. Right, and we need about 2 cups of warm water. The warm water is to get the baking powder to work. So here we have the dry ingredients, the flour, the baking powder, and the salt. And we mix them together.
Yes, mix them together, yeah.
Then what do we do?
After I knead the dough.
Right, but we need to put the water, no? So we put in the water slowly or all together?
Yeah.
Which one, slowly or all together?
No, it's first I use baking powder.
Yeah.
And after I use salt, pinch salt, and after I make a hole. Hole, then I pour in water.
You pour in the water. Okay. So when you've poured in the water, what do you do?
I do and make a dough.
You make a dough. That's the mixing of all the ingredients.
And and knead the dough. And after I put
now, 1 minute. How do you knead the dough? I knead it like this, and you knead it with the palm of your hand.
Palm. Yeah, I use a palm much.
You use the palm of your hand to knead the bread. Yeah. And I do it like this because I'm thinking of someone I'm angry with. So I knead the bread like this, but you do it with the palm of your hand. So you knead it until it becomes very smooth and everything is together, no?
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
And after I do put little bit oil to apply to ball.
Right.
I make a ball and apply to oil.
Right, so you put some oil around the dough and put it in the bowl.
Yes.
And
And I
then
put
you
in
cover it with,
I put in plastic, and after I use like a rest for a hour.
right, so recapping. We knead the bread till everything is smooth. Then we make a ball with the dough. We put some oil around it in the bowl and cover it with a plastic bag for the dough
Yeah.
to rise, and it takes about an hour depending on how hot is the room. Then what do you do?
Yes. Then
So
after
this is you putting oil on your hand.
yes, I put on oil. After I apply in ball the dough, I apply,
Yeah,
and I use after plastic. I put in plastic.
yeah. So the oil is to keep the dough protected from the plastic bag.
Yes.
Then after an hour, if it's risen to a big piece of
Yeah.
dough, double the size, then you make these smaller ones. You divide the dough into small pieces.
Yeah.
How do you make the round ones? With your finger like this? How do you do it? Or
I will do like I I pick up a dough. It's a
pick up
ball.
some dough?
Yeah, and I use like this ground, and I use like
You roll it. No, but to make the balls, do you do like a movement like this to make the
I
small
like
balls?
this. Yeah.
Or you just pull
Yeah.
it away
Ball.
and it just stays in a round ball? And then,
And do you like this after? It's a
like
makeup
this,
ball.
no? Right, I thought you did. So
Yeah.
I think I pushed it in with my finger when I did it. So you put your finger, your thumb on
Yeah.
the
I
top
use
like that,
palm.
and you move it around like that.
Yeah.
No, more or less. And then when you've made all the balls, then you start to make the round discs. How do you make the round pieces like that? With your hand?
Yeah. No. We use roll pin.
A rolling pin. That is a piece of wood like this, a piece of wood, and you use the rolling pin to make the round, thin pieces of dough. Okay,
Yeah.
so when you've done all of that, what do you do now?
And first we it's what is called? It's a pan.
Right, this here, this pan here.
Yeah.
So it's something that has heat, something which is warm, because you're going to cook the dough on this. What did you tell me about this pan? How old is it?
My teacher wife told me to, I think 18 years ago.
Right, so you told me the story that this pan is 18 years old.
Yes.
Yes. So
I don't know what is called in Tibetan, but lots of people are calling pan.
yeah, it's a pan.
Yeah.
Or we could use a frying pan if we haven't got this exact shape, no? So we put it on the heat and we warm the pan.
Yes.
And when the pan is hot, then
we use chapati, like it's circle, like a dough, and we put, and after the little bit some come to some, I don't know how to say it.
Right, so wait a minute. So we put the piece of round dough in the pan like we can see in this picture here at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to rise and it goes brown, then you have to turn it over.
Yeah, turn off the over.
Right, so we leave it there on the heat until it goes brown, and then we turn it over onto the other side.
Yes.
And does it blow up? Does it go up like a balloon?
Yeah. After the after seconds, after the blow.
It blows up like a balloon.
Yeah, like a balloon. Yeah.
Now my problem is I haven't got gas like this, right? I haven't got gas. I have electricity. So
Yeah,
I
you
don't know what I would do here. So then you take like a metal fork and you put it on the gas ring. No, you
Yeah.
put it here on the gas ring.
Yes, they are blowing. It's too fast.
Right, so it's blowing up with air. It's filling up with air.
Yeah.
I wonder what we could do if we haven't got the gas ring.
Sorry.
I haven't got this, so I don't know what I can do. Maybe I just have to leave it in the pan.
Oh, I don't know in your country, but in my place, lots of people using this one. Yeah.
Yes, but I have electricity, so I can't do it. So here we
You
can see a good
you
picture.
can try to go to fire, wood fire.
It's called a gas ring. Can you see this gas ring? And now it's like filled with air. Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So you keep turning it over with the fork until it cooks through and it fills with air. No?
Yeah. Okay.
And it cooks. So this is what it looks like when it's finished.
Yes.
And then what do you do?
After it's finished, and we have we use a knife to cut, and after cutting, and we put in the
Right,
steam,
so here you've got a knife and you've cut the chapati into half. Yeah, we can see that here. So you cut it in half and then you put it here, which is a steamer to keep warm. So this is hot water at the bottom.
Sorry.
What's here at the bottom? Hot water.
Yeah. It's a, we use yeah, it's a cloth because they not become to water.
Right, so you don't want the bread to get wet. You don't want the bread to get wet. So you put it in a cloth and then the steam is underneath. And it's on a plate. Is it on a plate, the bread?
No,
or just on the cloth?
Yeah, cloths, yeah.
Right, so the hot steamy water is underneath and then there's cloth and then the bread to keep it warm.
Yeah.
And when do you eat this chapati bread?
It's no when we hungry we can eat, yeah.
But do you eat it for breakfast or lunch? When do you eat it?
Breakfast.
Right, you eat it at breakfast. And do you eat something with it?
Yes, eggs.
Eggs. Fried eggs?
Yeah, fried eggs, yeah. Sometimes we boil eggs and fry eggs. Yeah.
Right, so you have eggs with the chapati bread for breakfast with hot water or tea?
No, I use hot, tea, butter tea.
So we have the butter tea, the chapati bread that you have made, and the eggs for breakfast.
Yes.
How long does it take you to make the bread, more or less? It's 1 hour plus to make it, maybe half an hour, no?
I think 1 hour.
So 1 hour for the dough to rise, half an hour to mix it, and half an hour to cook it, more or less. So about 2 hours, no, from the beginning to the end.
I think 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours.
From the start to the end to eating it, about 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Did you make bread today?
Yes, I all time. This is my daily work. Daily
You make bread. What time in the morning do you make bread?
7:30 a.m. 7:30.
So you get up at 7:30. You start to make the bread 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. You have breakfast.
10:30 it's complete.
Right. And do you make bread for the whole day? Or you make bread a few times a day?
It's a times a day, no whole day. It's a times. And after 12 o'clock, we are making a lunch. Make lunch.
Yeah. But the bread that you make in the morning, is it for the whole day? Or do you have to make more bread?
Sorry, Miss Letty, it's a
How many times a day do you make bread?
Oh, only one day in morning.
In the morning. So you make bread in the morning for the whole day.
Yeah.
Right then. So thank you very much, Lama. Maybe some people will be motivated to make the bread, and it's something you do every day.
Yeah, yes. I do every day. I cook every day.
You cook every
Yes.
day and you make bread every day. So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Miss Letty.
You're welcome.